Standing before the multitude of the suffering and disheartened, the Master listed the Beatitudes, emphasizing the statement that the meek shall inherit the earth. The declaration, however, struck the disciples in a less agreeable way. Would such an assertion not be an encouragement to mental idleness? If the gospel called for courageous spirits to sow the seeds of renewing truths, how could such a promise be reconciled with the need for fearlessness? If evil was bold and aggressive in all climates and positions, how could the inevitable triumph of good be established through an incapacity to react, even peacefully? Amid these vague questions, the familiar assembly gathered at Peter's house. As the evening's edifying comments began, the disciples exchanged glances, half in doubt, half in curiosity. The divine friend seemed to perceive the cause of the anticipation around him, yet waited calmly for his followers to speak. It was then that Judas, breaking the veil of reverence that surrounded the Master's presence, asked, talkative as ever, "Lord, why did you assign to the meek the final possession of the earth? Will the faint of heart enjoy such a blessing? Will those incapable of testifying their faith in critical moments of struggle and sacrifice be equally blessed?" Jesus did not respond immediately. He let his gaze wander across those present, as if inviting them to voice the questions crowding their souls. Peter gathered courage and asked, "Yes, Master, if a wrongdoer comes into my house, should I not remind him of the demands of mutual respect? Am I to surrender myself to his criminal whims without any fraternal warning in the name of the meekness you spoke of?" Jesus smiled, as he so often did, and said calmly, "You have all misunderstood, naturally. I did not praise laziness disguised as humility, nor cowardice dressed in gentleness to better suit human convenience. Those who cling to such artifices will painfully face the spiritual tools the world uses to reshape crooked and hesitant characters. What I truly exalted was the courtesy we owe one another. Blessed are the gentle-spirited who know how to wield constructive energy between acts of kindness and words of understanding. Blessed are the children of balance and grace who learn to deny evil without harming the ignorant brother who unknowingly demands it. Blessed are those who repeat the same lesson 1,000 times without ostentation, so that others may benefit from their quiet influence in the rightful joy of all. Blessed are those who know how to treat the rich and the poor, the wise and the unlearned, the good and the wicked with a spirit of service and comprehension, giving each according to their merits and needs, leaving behind traces of uplift, well-being, and peace wherever they go. Truly, I tell you, to them shall belong the spiritual dominion of the earth. For whoever welcomes others within the standards of love and respect becomes master of hearts that are perfecting themselves in the world." Relief and joy overflowed among them, and with eyes now fixed upon the vast waters of the great lake, the Lord asked Matthew to close the evening's fraternal gathering with a prayer.